Okay, guys, I'm gonna attempt to see what the difference is if I change this to a 17 tooth. Um, this thing runs 5,200 RPM. I do agree it should be doing 30 mile an hour, 35 at that RPM. I'm curious if they made the clutch smaller to make the acceleration better, but then you lost top speed. Because, of course, if you get more acceleration, you're going to lose your top speed. So I'm going to check the number of teeth on this. Make sure this is a 36 tooth. And I also want to check the rear sprocket. Because it seems like they changed something from, because my Phatmoto all-terrain, that thing there, when I first got it, I went ahead and just tightened up the governor so it couldn't engage. And it was doing 30, 35 mile an hour at this RPM. So I think they might actually have changed the gearing on these bikes to give you more acceleration instead of the top speed. But we'll find out. We'll start getting this. We'll get this chain off, and I might go ahead and pop this chain off so I can count the teeth on that. So here we go. Okay, so I got the clutch off. This is a 12 that they have for the front. This is 36. And then this is a 9 tooth back there. So let me know in the comments. I'm not sure what my original Phatmoto came with for the clutch size. I don't have the jack shaft anymore or any of that stuff. So I don't have anything to really compare it to. But that is the sprockets that they're running on this. So I guess we'll go ahead and get the 17 tooth. And I got some brand new chain right there. And we'll get that cut out and get it on there. And we'll see what this thing does with that. And if it is over geared, then I can just swap it right back to this. I still have the original chain, so it's not a big deal. I can go right back to that, and then we'll do the 44-2 swap. But if this works, then this is what I'm going to leave it as. But we'll see. Alright, so I messed up. I cannot find my sleeve. I have a sleeve that goes in here, which then fits around this, because this is the bigger shaft than what the Phatmoto comes with. I can't seem to find it, so I guess change the plans. We're going to hold off on putting this on. Either I'm going to have to order another one, or I'll come across it. I thought I had it sitting in my toolbox, but it's not there. So we're going to go back with this 12 tooth, and then we're going to do the 44 tooth in the rear. And just do it that way, and then down the road. And I did order another Phatmoto, the 2024. So when that gets here, then we'll try this 17 tooth on there and just see what it does. Or if I come across it, I could always swap it back and test it that way. But either way, I'm just going to go ahead now and get the river end pulled off so we can get that sprocket put on and just put this back the way it was. Alright, got this all back together. Let's go ahead and get the chain off, and we'll get the rim loosened up and get that dropped off there, and we'll get that swapped out. Here we go. Alright, so now we're taking the sprocket off. I got the wheel off, and I noticed something. But this bolt this Allen bolt is completely stripped out. So that one's going to be fun to get out. So we'll go ahead and get the rest of these ones pulled out. And then we'll get some vice grips and try to get on it. And then I think I'm just going to upgrade to the Stop at Tractor Supply and get the upgraded bolts. so I'm going to attempt to get them with these. If this doesn't work, then we'll go to the vice grips. I was saying, gonna have to use the vice grips. Yeah, let's just go with the vice grips. And it looks like they did put, I don't know if I can show it on there or not. They did put blue Loctite. So I may have to heat this up a little bit, but oh. Okay, so after fighting with it for about 5 minutes, I just went and did it off camera because the vice grips couldn't get a hold of it. I ended up getting a hold of it with these, and I got it out of there. So I am going to go down and get new bolts, and I'm going to get the upgraded ones. Just since I'm in there, I might as well just do it. But they definitely put Loctite up in these. So if people are thinking that they're not putting Loctite in, they are. But okay, we'll head that way and get these new bolts, get back here and get this back together and see what it does. Alright, so we got the new bolts. They're right there. They are M5 80 by 30. Now these were a tiny bit too long. They didn't have the exact size I needed, so I just trimmed them down to size so they'll fit. So now we can go ahead and start getting this slapped together and get it on here and see what this thing does now. I'm hoping to be in that 35-mile range, or maybe even faster, because it should be at the RPM it's at. But we'll see when we get it out. But let's go ahead and get these bolts in. It's ready to go. So now we just need to get it outside and take it for a ride. Got everything nice and everything moves nice and free. Got the brakes all lined up. So I guess I'll go get my helmet. We'll get this thing fired up and take it out for a ride and see what it does now. Alright, I rode out here to the dirt roads. You guys are gonna see in the video, this doesn't make any sense. So it's basically, it did 27 miles an hour, and down a little slant hill it hit 31, and it says it's running 51 to 5200 RPM. I'm starting to wonder if that tach's even reading right, even though all my bikes have the exact same tach and I've never had any problems with them. But we'll go ahead and fire it up and we'll take it for a little ride, and you guys will see the speed and I'll show you the speed, and then I'll show you the RPM that it's reading up on the tach. But basically it was hitting 5200 RPM, and it was only doing 27 miles an hour with me on it. It might be faster with Jessica because she's lighter, so I'm just gonna let her start riding it. 27 was my goal with this bike, for her to start riding it. And so we're just gonna take them out and ride it, and we'll see what she does on it. But yeah, for me, so far I don't see I haven't seen a major difference doing the 44 tooth on it, which it should have been more. But it's good to go. So next probably, I don't know if it'd be next video, maybe video after that, because the weather's just been like, right now the sun comes out and then it rains, and then the sun comes out and then it rains. So once the weather clears up a little bit, we're gonna take these out to some back roads where there's not a whole lot of traffic and stuff, and go on a nice little ride with them.